Welcome to the Barstow Community College Transfer and Career Center tutorial on the California State University admissions application. Step 3, completing the personal information section. Let's get started. For this tutorial, you should have already created your account and extended profile and added a program. So now to complete the personal information section, you're going to start by clicking on this tile. Once you click on that tile, it's going to show you all the sections that we are going to be completing. We're going to start at the top. Once you click on the release statements, you're simply going to read the release statements and check each box and hit save and continue. If you ever get to a bottom of any of the pages and this button does not light up, it simply means that you missed something, so just go back and double check. Now we're going to move on to the biographic information. Once you click there, you're going to answer questions on alternate name. So do you have any materials under another name? For example, a maiden name, middle name, or nickname? Yes or no. Do you have a name, first or middle, that you commonly use that differs from your legal name? Yes or no. Next, you're going to answer questions about your legal sex. What is your legal sex? You'll select from the options available. Then you're going to answer questions on do you consider yourself to be, and select from the options available. Next, how do you describe yourself? Select from the options available. How do you describe the way you express your gender identity in terms of behavior, appearance, speech, and movement? Select from the options available. Next, you're going to answer questions about birth. Your date of birth, country, city, state, and county. Then you're going to answer some yes or no questions. These will be different for each student since these are based off your personal experiences. Select yes or no for each question and then hit save or continue. The next section is your contact information. You're going to want to list your country, street address, city, state, county, and zip code. Next, you're going to select if this is your permanent address. If it is, that's the end of that little area. If it's not, you'll need to enter your permanent address information. Next, confirm that your phone number and your email address are correct. If they are not, you'll need to click on this profile section in order to update that information. Then select Save and Continue. Next, we're going to answer questions about citizenship and residency. The first question is select the value that best describes your U.S. citizenship. You'll select from the options available. Next, you're going to answer questions about residency. What U.S. state do you regard as your permanent home? It'll already be listed from your extended profile. If it is not correct, make sure you click on Extended Profile to update that information. Next is do you claim California residency? Yes or no. If you are not a U.S. citizen, then you can select Permanent Resident Green Card as one option that we're going to cover. Once you do that, you're going to enter your country of citizenship, your permanent resident green card issue date, and then it's going to ask you if you're born outside the U.S., what year did you or will you move to the U.S. Once you fill out that, you just have to list if you claim California residency, yes or no. If you are not a permanent resident or green card holder, you can also select none. Once you select none, it's going to ask you for your country of citizenship, and you can select from the options available. After that, do you claim California residency? Yes or no? The next option is refugee, and you'll repeat the same steps, country of citizenship, and if you claim California residency. And the other one is a visa. You'll enter your country of citizenship, your visa type, the visa date issued, and if you claim California residency. For whatever option applies to you, once you get to the bottom, you're just going to hit Save and Continue. Now we're going to move on to the race and ethnicity section. From here, it's going to ask you with regard to your ethnicity, do you consider yourself Hispanic or Latino? Select the option that best describes you. Regardless of your answer to the question above, please select below one or more of the following groups in which you consider yourself a member, so you can check all that apply. The California State Universities only need to report one summary race or ethnicity description for a person. Therefore, they want you to pick the one race or description that best fits your identity. Then you're going to hit Save and Continue. The Other Information section is going to ask you first about your Social Security number. If you have one, you'll enter it here. If you do not, you're going to want to check off this box, acknowledging that you do not have a U.S. Social Security number. The statewide student ID is a 10-digit number that you can find on your high school transcripts. If you do not have a copy of your high school transcripts available to you, you can simply skip this question. Next is language proficiency. What is your first language? From there, you will select an option. If you speak a second language, you can also hit this Add Another Language button in order to enter that second language. Then it's going to ask you your proficiency level, beginner, intermediate, or advanced. Again, this question is already grayed out because you answered it in your extended profile. Next, you're going to answer the military dependent question. Are you the dependent of a person who is currently serving or who has previously served in the U.S. military? Select the option that's best for you. Next, you're going to answer questions about your academic standing. Are you in good standing with your last school attended? Unless you've been dismissed, you would answer yes. Have you ever been disciplined for academic performance by any college or university? If you have, you're going to select yes and explain in the box below. Next, have you been academically disqualified at any college or university? Yes or no? If you select yes, again you're going to explain in the box below. Next, have you ever been disciplined for student conduct violations by any college or university? Yes or no? If you select yes, you'll explain in the box below. If you are interested in obtaining your teacher or other educational credential, then you would select those options here. If not, you're going to select not interested in a credential program. Next, are you interested in checking your eligibility for monthly food assistance to be used towards groceries through the CalFresh program? If you want more information on this program, please click this link for a full description. You're going to answer yes or no. The California Promise program is for California resident students. If you are graduating with an associate degree for transfer and you wish to complete your degree in 2 years, degree programs and campus participation information can be found on the California Promise site. If you're interested in participating, check off yes. If not, select no. Lastly, do you have a registered license or expect to achieve an RN license? This is a yes or no question. Lastly, how did you hear about us? You'll select from the options available and then hit Save and Continue. The last portion is financial and parental information. You're going to want to carefully read through all of these statements. If you can answer yes to any of these statements, then you're going to select the one or more of the above statements apply to me, and you are considered an independent student. If you cannot answer yes to any of these statements, you're going to select none of the above statements apply to me, and you are considered a dependent student. If you are a dependent student, these questions are going to pertain to your parents. The first question is the total size of your parent/step-parent's household in 2019. Be sure to include yourself, parents, and other household members is, so you would enter that number here. Next, it's asking you questions about your parents' adjusted gross income for 2019. This is located on their taxes. After that, it's asking you about untaxed income benefits for 2019 for your parents. If your parents are unsure, you can simply click on this link and it'll give you a full description of untaxed benefits. If you are an independent student, you're going to answer these same questions for yourself instead of your parents. If you're interested in on-campus housing, should space be available? Yes or no? Lastly, the highest level of education for Parent 1 or does not apply, and Parent 2 or does not apply. Then you're simply going to hit Save and Continue. This will complete the personal information section. Join us for our tutorial on completing the academic history section. We hope to see you soon. Thank you for watching our tutorial. If you still need assistance, please email us at transfer@barstow.edu. Go Vikings!